In the previous video, we unboxed the TP-Link VIGI 16-channel NVR and took a look at everything included in the box, along with its design and connectivity. Now in this video, we'll be opening it up and installing the storage. Now for storage, you can either use a Surveillance SATA hard drive or a SATA SSD, depending on your requirement. In my case, I'll be using an SSD I already have. It's been running in my previous NVR for over a year now, so I'll be reusing it here. So to open this up, we have 2 screws at the back, and 1 screw on each side of the unit. We'll start by removing the screws, the ones on the sides first. And then move on to the 2 screws at the back. Make sure to keep the screws safely aside so they don't get misplaced. Once all the screws are out, we can go ahead and lift the top cover. And here's a look inside the unit. This is the space provided to securely mount a surveillance hard drive. Now, typically, you would install a SATA HDD here and secure it using screws. But in this case, I'll be using an SSD. And since there are no dedicated mounting holes for an SSD in this tray, it won't be screwed in place. That said, SSDs are quite lightweight, and once connected properly, they generally stay in place without any issues. For additional safety, you can use a small piece of double-sided tape underneath the SSD to keep it more secure. Just take a small strip of tape and place it at the bottom of the SSD, and gently place the SSD back into position. Press it down slightly so it sticks firmly in place. This helps prevent any movement while the unit is in use. And with that, the SSD is now properly secured in place. Everything is connected and sitting firmly, so we're good to go from here. Now we can go ahead and close the unit back up, just aligning the top cover carefully, making sure it sits properly on all sides. Once it's in place, we'll go ahead and put the screws back in, starting with the screws on the back and then securing the ones on the sides. And that's it. Everything nicely closed and secured. Before placing the unit, let's put on the rubber feet. There are circular markings at the bottom showing exactly where they go. Just peel and stick them in place. Helps keep the unit stable and prevents slipping. Now that the unit is ready, let's connect the essentials. For this initial setup, we'll just connect the essentials: power, HDMI, and a mouse. Starting with the power cable. Next, connecting the HDMI for display output. This will allow us to view the interface directly on a monitor or display. So we can see the setup process on the screen. And finally, plugging in the USB mouse at the front. We're not connecting the network cable just yet, since it's not required for initializing the storage. We'll cover the full network setup and camera connection in the next video. For now, let's power it up and initialize the storage. All right, let's power on the unit. And there we go. The status lights are now turning on. You can see the power and HDD activity indicators lighting up at the front. And now, let's move to the display and go through the setup process. As the system boots up, you'll see the TP-Link VIGI logo on the screen. This may take a few moments, and the screen might go blank in between. That's completely normal, so there's no need to worry. Just wait for the main dashboard to appear before doing anything. Once you reach the dashboard, you'll see the Smart Initialization screen. From here, you can directly configure the NVR settings. But for a simpler and more guided setup, it's better to click on the Step-by-Step Setup option at the bottom. This will walk you through the entire setup process easily. Once you click on it, the system will ask you to select your preferred language. Choose your language from the list, and then click on Next to continue. On the next screen, you'll be asked to set up your account details. This includes your username, which is admin by default, password, country or region, and a recovery email address for the NVR and camera. Make sure to use a strong password and enter a valid recovery email for added security. Once everything is filled in, click Next to continue. Next, we have the Network Settings screen. Since we haven't connected a network cable to the NVR yet, we'll skip this step for now. Simply click on Next to continue. On the next screen, you'll need to configure the date and time settings. Select your time zone, date format, and time format. You can keep the rest of the settings as they are for now. Once done, click on Next to continue. Next, we have the Storage Settings screen. Here, you'll see your SSD listed, but its status will show as uninitialized. To start using it with the NVR, select the SSD by checking the box next to it, and then click on Initialize to set it up. Storage Settings screen. SSD is detected, but uninitialized. Select it and click Initialize. Once the process is complete, you'll see a confirmation message on the screen. This means the hard disk has been successfully initialized and is now ready to use. You can now see the status updated to Normal. Once that's confirmed, go ahead and click on Next. Next, we have the camera settings screen. We'll be covering this in the upcoming video, so for now, just click on Next to continue. On the final screen, you'll see a few QR codes to download the app and connect to the NVR remotely. We'll be covering this in detail in the next video. For now, click on Finish to complete the setup. At this point, you'll see a pop-up asking if you want to set a gesture password. This works as an additional layer of security along with your text password. You can go ahead and click on Set Gesture Password, and then draw your preferred pattern to set it up. Click Complete to finish. After completing the setup, you'll be taken to the Live View screen. Since no cameras are connected yet, you'll just see empty frames on the display. To verify everything is working, right-click anywhere on the screen to open the main menu. From here, go to the Information tab, and then select Hard Drive Information to check the status and details of your storage. You can also go to Basic Information, where you can confirm that your storage is connected and working properly. If you want to shut down the NVR, just right-click anywhere on the screen to open the main menu. Then, at the bottom of the menu, click on the Power option and select Shutdown. And with that, your NVR is now set up and ready to go. In this video, we covered everything from installing the storage to completing the initial setup. In the next video, we'll connect cameras to the NVR and take a deeper look at its features. So make sure you stay tuned for that. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is GadgetsPod, and I'll see you in the next one.